Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today's video is very different in the sense that oh God, you guys. Listen, we're just gonna keep this video very real. I am so tired. We are moving across the country, just a little over a week away. I know you guys have a ton of questions, so I'm going to answer your questions while doing a get ready with me. This is what we're working with right now. I'm sitting in front of a window in my film room. Okay, my film room is like no longer my film room. It looks like this. It actually looks very pretty. Over here, it is like a disaster. But I'm sitting in front of the window and it is about to pour rain. Like, it's so gloomy and cloudy. And I'm like, okay, great. Our neighbors just started mowing their lawn. And so you might hear the lawnmower, but it is what it is. This is life. All aboard the Hot Mess Express. Let's get into it. Orange Poppi. I'm so obsessed. Hold on. Oh, that sound goes so hard. The orange and the watermelon, I feel like they're the two most slept on flavors by Poppi. So freaking good and refreshing. Oh, nothing makes me happier than when I find a brand that I fall in love with, especially one like Poppi that legitimately helped me get over the act of drinking alcohol because I started making mocktails and enjoying them so much. And then becoming a partner with them, like, it's the best. It's amazing. And I freaking love my job and I'm just grateful and blessed to be here. Let's get ready together. I can't believe how casual this video is. I hope you guys appreciate it because this is just my life right now. Every product that I use will be listed in the description box below. Since I am doing a Q&A as I get ready, I probably won't be able to talk about every single product as I'm applying it. So if you're interested in what I actually use on my face, description box. The first and most asked question is why California? I cannot believe I'm moving. And I can't believe I'm talking about this out loud. It's actually so crazy. The fact that now it's like been put out there into the world. It's been such a long time coming and like such a behind the scenes situation. It's giving Kevin McAllister. I'm like, ah! Okay, so I just wanna start off by saying that I have wanted to move out of this house for years. Like, my hope was to be out of this place before Jordan and I got married because of the fact that I bought this house before I ever met Jordan. Even though he moved in and he pays bills, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It still felt like mine. And I hated that. So my goal was for him and I to find a place before we got married, which is crazy because now we are moving the same month as our 1-year wedding anniversary, which is actually pretty crazy. Also, I am filming everything for Jaclyn's journey. So you guys are gonna see a lot more of this process, much more in depth, and also probably a much more raw, vulnerable side of me talking about moving and leaving this house that I'm gonna give you in this video because I feel like they're two separate type style videos. Like Jaclyn's journey, I'm just very, very raw, and Get Ready With Me's, I'm just a little bit more, yeah, right. I was gonna say composed, as if. I've wanted to leave this house for years, but ever since I stopped drinking, it's been like a whole different level. I'm like, get me out of this house. The house itself is so amazing. This house is so beautiful. The location of it is amazing. Like, it's literally a 10 out of 10. It's an amazing house in an amazing location. I have gone through the darkest days of my life in this house, and I've lived here for 7 years, and like 5 of those years were just so horrible that for me, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like, it's part of my story. It's part of like my book, if you will. It's like the next chapter requires me to get out of this house. The past couple of years, we have consistently gone and looked at houses in the Tampa area. We've probably toured 20, 30 houses in like the last, I would say 2 or 3 years, and we always have our eyes open for something that could like open up and fall into our laps, right? After I stopped drinking and I got really clear-minded, I was like, I've got to get out of this house. It got to the point where I was like, listen, Jordan, I don't care what that means. I don't care if we move to a less desirable area, less hot spot location, and a smaller house. Like, I really don't care. I just want to get out of here. Like, I don't need like the big house. We started exploring all of our options because I was like, I just want to get out of this house, and Jordan was totally, fully, 100% on board. One night, him and I were having a conversation, and I'm just feeling so frustrated because I'm like, nothing is showing up. Like, nothing is happening. He said to me, what about California? Just being like a total bitch that I guess I am, was very dismissive. And I was just like, yeah, no, I would never. I used to literally say never, but I would never live in California. We have so many friends out there, you guys. That's where all of the events are for both of our careers now at this point. We get invited to events all the time that we can't go to because a lot of these events literally send the invite 48 hours or like 72 hours before the event. And I'm like, we have stuff to do. It's a 5-hour flight. So with our friends being out there, the environment is just so beautiful. It's where our careers are. Jordan's like, let's just think about it. We don't have kids yet. There's nothing that's tying us down here except for our families who are all healthy, able to travel. Like, let's just explore this option. And I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. We literally found our house 4 days later. The second that we even opened up our minds to the possibility of going out there, it literally fell into our lap. So this leads me to the next question. A ton of you guys are asking, how did we find the house? It was like out of a book. Like, you just can't even make this shit up. Basically, long story short, we became friends with the Lautners a couple of years ago. We met them at our friend, well, one of my best friends, Mike and PK's wedding, okay? We met Taylor and Taylor Lautner at that wedding, and we became friends with them. They're the sweetest couple. We told them like, hey, we're opening up to the possibility of moving out to California. And he was like, oh my gosh, one of my greatest friends is a realtor. Okay, period. 2 days later, the Lautners and a couple of my friends met up with their realtor and walked this house that was still in the process of being built, that was off the market, and they FaceTimed us, and we loved it so much that we put in an offer. It happened so quickly. I called my girlfriend and I said, listen, you're meeting up with Taylor and Taylor Lautner. I need you to go tour this house for me. I need you to FaceTime me. And she was like, I'll be there. She's like, bitch, this house is incredible. You would be an idiot not to move here. Like, it is 10 out of 10. It fell into our laps. It was a brand new build, hadn't even been on the market. No one else has even walked through it yet. Like, how is that even possible in our price range, in the area that we were looking to move? I didn't even tell my mom because that's how non-serious I was about this move. I was just like, you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Jordan and I said a little prayer and we're like, make it so obvious that this is supposed to be our next step that we're just forced to do it. And literally the same week, sorry, my Makeup by Mario bronzer like broke. It will no longer roll up. Like, they're always a little tricky, but like it's completely broke. It won't roll up anymore. It's been like that for like a week. So I'm just using it like this and whatever. Technically, this is not even my shade, but we're not gonna focus on that because we're talking about the house right now. Another question that everyone wants to know is, are we moving to LA? No, we are not moving to LA, but we're gonna be close to LA. We're about an hour outside of LA. I have talked about how much I cannot stand LA basically my entire career, and I still stick by that, you guys. And I'm not trying to be a hater. I love California. California is, I think personally, the most beautiful state that we have here in the US. Like, it is the weather, the mountains, the valley, the desert. It is so freaking gorgeous, but I don't like LA because more than anything, you guys, I've always had a fear of getting caught up in that lifestyle and like losing myself to that because my morals are so important to me. I pride myself on being very, very family oriented and who I am as a daughter and as a sister and as an aunt. It's my most important identifier, more than my career could ever be. I would live under a bridge in order to be a good family member, more so than being like a celebrity. But it's just gotten to the point, you guys, where like I'm just gonna keep it real. Marrying Jordan, going to therapy, and stopping drinking just genuinely changed my life. And for the first time, I actually feel like I'm ready to take risks. I'm ready to go on a venture, and I know I'm not gonna lose myself. Like, I now at 33 years old feel so grounded in who I am that I'm no longer afraid of that. It's getting deep up in here, guys. I like it. Okay, next question, and one of the biggest questions that I got and I knew I was going to get is about my family. Is my family moving out there with me? Is my family sad? What am I gonna do about my family? Because you guys all know how family oriented I am. Also, side note, I've changed my blush placement. That's hard to say, blush placement recently. And I am obsessed. You know how everyone's like bringing it up in this area? I stopped doing that. I'm focusing it more so on the apples of the cheeks area. And then whatever is left over, I like slightly go up in here and blend it out with the bronzer. Trust the process. I'm obsessed. I just think it's so pretty. And I'm like, why did I start bringing it up here? So everyone wants to know how they took the news and all of that. So everything happened so quickly that we did not even tell our families that we were looking into California. And then we just poof found this house and we're like, holy shit, this is happening. I've never been more nervous in my entire life to tell my brother. We were repainting our bathroom because we just couldn't find a house, and I was like going crazy here. So my mom was helping me repaint my bathroom. And I told my mom, I was like, listen, mom, I think we're gonna move to California. And I told her, and she cried, she got all choked up, and she's like, you know what, sweetheart? I support you. You're such a good man. You have a partner, and I know that you know what's best for you guys and your future family. I'll come out and see you guys all the time. Like, her instant reaction was just so supportive, and she just had so much trust in me and Jordan and like our decision for ourselves and our future family. The approval of my mom, like, I can't even put into words what that means to me. My mom was fine. I was like, okay, check that box. My brother, I was like, I'm going to die. Like, I invited my family, my brother, his wife, and his 2 kids, Talia and Jada. You guys know who they are. We've all grown up with them. I was so freaking nervous. I could not sleep for like 3 nights. Like I was in my own personal hell because I was like, this is gonna be the worst moment of my life. Talia and Jada, they both cried. My brother and his wife, they both knew it was coming. They were like, yeah, we've seen this coming for a while. They were very understanding, and that was that. My family is not moving out there with me, but Talia, Jada, and my sister-in-law, they already had their tickets booked. They come out there the same week as we move, which is like less than 2 weeks from now, to come spend a few days with us. Although I don't have kids of my own, my most important job that I've ever had is being an aunt. I cannot wait to be a mother, but in the meantime, I have taken my job as an aunt so seriously. I've always wanted to create such a safe place, even though I know that they have such great parents. Like I never was close with any of my aunts growing up, and I've always just been envious of people who are. I think it's such an amazing relationship and bond. Like some things you're not comfortable telling your parents. So being able to go to your aunt and have like that trust, that conversation, and then if something really terrible is going on in their life, of course I can go to my brother, my sister, and talk to them about it. Like that's just always been a job that I take very serious. But here's the reality of the situation, you guys. My nieces and my nephew, they're all growing up. Like Talia's about to be 18. I'm going to throw up all over the place on her 18th birthday. I'm not gonna be well. Don't even bother trying to check in on me. The girls are 15, 16, 17, and they're all just growing up, and it's at the point where it's like they don't need me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they've got their own lives. They're doing their own thing. It's the way it's supposed to be. Like now we hang out and we have fun. They're at the point where they can all travel alone. Like they're all comfortable getting on a plane. They're all comfortable traveling. Like at this point, they're like expert travelers. They can come out and see me. I'm gonna come out and see them. Like my entire family is still here. Jordan's entire family is still here. So it's like, we're gonna be back and forth like crazy. I don't need to be here for them anymore, you know? This time of my life is about me. I want to become a mother. I need to take care of myself because pretty soon, if I'm lucky enough, if I'm blessed enough to be able to conceive and have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby, like pretty soon my life is gonna be consumed by a child. And I'm gonna be the kind of mom who's going to fully wrap myself up into the life of my children. This era of my life is about me. Like this is my time. It's my time to be a wife. It's my time to figure out where I wanna live, what I wanna do, what's the next step? Do I wanna open up another business? Do I wanna do a fragrance line? Do I wanna do makeup again? Do I wanna redo my lipsticks? Like, I just need to figure out what I want, and I'm so blessed to have a partner where I'm able to do that with him and also because of him. It's very bittersweet because leaving my family here in Tampa is gonna be hard, but at the same time, everybody supports it and everybody knows that this is a really good thing. Okay, I threw my brows on and I'm doing a little bit of baking down here. Next question. People wanna know if this house is going to be the same style as our current house, and the answer is no. It's actually really fun, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to move out of this house before I got married to Jordan. I wanted to like find and create like our style as a couple. So I'm gonna put some random photos that I have saved right here of just like inspiration photos for our new house. But this new house in general is a completely different style. It's much more modern. It's got like super light wood. It's very beige. And I've never been a fan of that home decor whatsoever, but Jordan has always loved it. Since we started dating, he's always loved that. And so this is about compromise, right? Like Jordan makes good money too. He's paying half the mortgage. So we're gonna decorate this together and we're gonna compromise. So we're having fun, really just kind of like creating and finding out like what our style is. Right now we're working with restoration hardware because we both love restoration hardware. And I just cannot wait to see this house and rooms come together. Very modern. It's got super, super tall ceilings. Like when you first walk in, it's like very, very open concept, like very just like open, like big and grand, where it's like kitchen, family room, dining room. The backyard is just like a view of just like mountains. Like it's so different, you guys. We're so excited. Like I cannot even wrap my head around how excited we are just to have like a change of scenery, literally. Another really big question is all about the dogs and the cat. How are Lolly, Tipsy, and Marty getting there? So we are flying with them. All of our belongings are being taken, like driven there. We took them to the vet. They're all up to date on their shots and their vaccinations. Marty is microchipped. They also gave Marty and Tipsy a little something to take the edge off because Marty is a cat. So she just like panicked, and Tipsy is tipsy. Your girl needs a prescription. They are ready for the plane. We bought them some crates that they have to go in. They're gonna be with us. They're not going under the plane. They're gonna be in our laps the entire time. I refuse to put my dogs underneath with the luggage, like literally refuse. I would hold my dogs and walk all the way to California before I put them with the luggage on a plane. Like I cannot. So I'm so grateful that they fit into those little kennels, and then they'll be able to be with us the entire time. I also know that when it comes to Marty, we have to be really careful when we first move there. We've been looking into a catio. We're trying to figure out all the things. We're gonna have to keep her in the house for a while. It's not gonna be easy because she loves to go outside. I would say realistically in a 24-hour period on a daily basis, she probably spends about 6 hours outside. She hangs out on our back porch. She runs around. She says hi to the neighbors. She runs a few errands, and then she always comes back. I'm really nervous about this new house because I know she's going to want to do that, but we're not gonna let her at first because I'm too scared. I'm scared of everything. It's a new environment. Just so you guys know, if you're new around here, I hate cats, and I've always hated cats, and I've been very vocal about that. I'm like, ugh, cats. I'm such a dog person. And then this freaking cat stumbled into my life. She's freaking so perfect, so sweet, so gentle. She's like a little lamb, and I love her so much. And now I'm moving her bitch ass across the country. What can I say? She's truly part of the family now. Okay, one of the biggest questions that I'm getting asked is, what are we doing with this current house? Are we selling it? Are we renting it? At first, I wanted to keep it as a second house, just as like a security blanket, because I'm like, okay, moving across country is really scary. What if we want to come back? But then I quickly reminded myself, you don't want to live in this house anymore. Like, that's the point. That was the point of wanting to move in the first place, is I don't want to live in this house anymore. I need to say goodbye to this house to close a chapter of my life. It's just necessary. I don't care how great the house is. I don't care how great the location is. I need to say goodbye in order to move on. It's just part of my journey. So with that being said, we are going to be selling this house, not right this second. We are so freaking blessed in the sense that like we got to purchase the new house first. We're gonna get our stuff out there, and then we're gonna sell this house. So it's gonna be a lot less stress. And the fact that we work from home, it would have been a nightmare to have people like walking through and touring and viewing this house, like while we're trying to like sit here and work and all that. I know it's gonna be so weird to see it go, but I just hope it goes to like some incredible, awesome people who just get to enjoy this house, because I've put so much love into this place. I've made so many upgrades, like the amount of marble and tile and limestone that I've brought into this house. I hope that people come in and just love and adore it. There's only one piece of furniture in this entire house that we're taking, and it's just like a random piece of marble. It's like a random table that I've had for like 13 years, and that is the only thing in this house that we're taking. We are donating everything. We are not selling. We are donating. Again, I'm just very blessed to be fortunate enough to be able to do this. It's part of who I am. It's a love language of mine to be able to give these things to not only family and friends, but also strangers. We're donating some of the stuff to a church, and things aren't like they used to be around here. I used to have so many employees, you guys. I used to have, I think it was 37 employees total. I was depressed. I was miserable, but I used to have so much help. I always say that like I used to have an employee for everything except wiping my ass. Like I had someone in every single role you can possibly think of. Now all I have is 2 employees. I have retired some people. Like I take care of a few people, but as far as people who actually work for me, I only have 2 people. I have my editor, hey Evander, and I have my assistant, and that is it. And so when it comes to this move, Jordan and I are doing a lot of it on our own, which is completely different than the way it used to be. Like when I moved out to LA a couple of years ago for a few months, literally I did not lift a finger. I did not lift a finger. I had people move me. Literally, they packed up my makeup, my clothes, everything. I had people doing everything, and now I'm doing stuff on my own because I just want to, and I've realized that it's just part of my happiness. I like to do things. I like to be busy, and it's a lot, but it's great. All right, I threw some lashes on. Somebody asked what I'm most excited for about living in California. For me, it's a little bit of everything. I am so excited about all of the different food, and I know that sounds silly, but I'm being serious. Like, Tampa doesn't really have like great cuisine. Like out there, it's like you have amazing sushi, you have amazing Mexican, you have amazing Indian, you have amazing Thai. Like you have so many different cuisines. We're also so excited to be able to plant certain plants and be able to have like our own vegetables. We would love to have our own chicken coop, like even certain flowers, like roses. Like you cannot have roses around your house here in Florida. Like the environment won't allow it. So it's like there's just so many things that we'll be able to do and have out there. Like our quality of life, we feel like, is gonna just be so much more exciting and so much better. And a lot of you guys are asking, what if you don't like it out there? And honestly, you guys, we're prepared for that. If we don't like it, we'll move back to Tampa. All arrows and signs pointed to California. So we're like, let's do this. Like, let's go on this adventure. It's just kind of fun. Just him and I doing like something on our own. It's something so new and fresh and fun. And so if we hate it, then we'll come back. My face is pretty much done. I did the most basic makeup ever. I actually don't even like it because I wasn't even focusing on it. I was focusing on the questions. I suck. Genuinely suck at get ready with me's. Like, I don't understand how all these girls on TikTok make it look so easy. This is the best purchase I think I've ever made in my entire life. I will never go back to using those fans that you have to charge ever again. This literally dries your face in, I would say, 10 seconds. I literally just did my makeup only for this video. I'm about to go wash my face and then just pack and do stuff around the house. I felt like if I sat down and answered these questions with a full face of makeup on, it'd be too boring. So I literally put on makeup just for this. And now I'm gonna go wash my face. That is it for this get ready with me Q&A. I still can't believe that I'm actually moving. I cannot believe that this house is torn up like this. I can't believe that you guys know that we're moving. Like, this is just crazy. Thank you so much to all of you guys who just continue to watch me and follow my journey wherever life takes me. It's so wild just like entering this whole new chapter of life and having you guys with me. Like, I am so grateful for this online friendship. I'm so grateful for you guys just understanding me, for accepting all of my apologies, for watching me fall off the horse and get back on time and time and time again in my personal life and business. It's been quite the journey here on YouTube, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber, for following along, and I cannot wait to take you along on this next journey, this next chapter, this next era. Me, my new husband, my dogs, my cat, going to California. Like, oh my gosh. At the end of the day, I would be okay with living with Jordan and my animals in a teeny tiny little apartment. I would be 100% okay with that. Everything else is just like the sprinkles, the rainbow sprinkles of life, the gifts from God, and I'm just very blessed and very excited for this next chapter. Okay, that's it. I love you guys. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll see you in my next video. Oh my God, wait! I'll see you in California.